we begin our adventure here in Burradoo, specifically at the Wingecarribee River Bridge just over a kilometre south of the station. The Wingecarribee River flows out of Wingecarribee Reservoir near Glencorrie and Robertson and winds its way across the Southern Highlands for 73 kilometres before emptying into the Wallandilly River northwest of Berrima. The name Wingecarribee is a Dharawal word meaning flight of birds or quiet waters to rest beside, and was adopted by Wingecarribee Shire Council upon its formation in 1981, for it was the one geographical feature common to the three former councils that formed it. And now for our first train. Maintenance closure of the Metropolitan freight lines in Sydney diverted this train via the main South and Unanderra to Mossvale lines, rather than its usual route via Enfield and the south coast. The train is running wrong road here to get around a derailed coal train at Mittagong Junction, which caused severe disruption to main South operations on Saturday 20th January, affecting every train we see in this film, except for one. Nowadays, Calwalla is a mostly rural area, home to several people and several horses. A station was constructed about a kilometre east of this spot in 1932, the first on the line after leaving Mossvale, but this closed in 1976, leaving little trace today. Calwalla is a local Indigenous Australian word meaning water running out. The name Bundanoon is an anglicised version of Bundanoon, the name used by the Gundungurra people to describe the gullies south of the town. When the station opened in 1868, it was named Jordan's Siding and then Jordan's Crossing, after the family who owned the property on which it stood, receiving its present name in 1881. We now reach Werai, a small hamlet between Mossvale and Exeter, home to around 98 people, and some cows. A station was opened near here in 1883 under the name Merilla, another nearby locality that the railway does not physically pass through. In 1897, this station closed and was replaced by a new one located here, which was renamed Werai in 1901 and consisted of two side platforms. It closed in 1969, and like Calwalla, little if any trace remains. The name Werai is a Gundungurra word meaning look out, which we should probably do, as here comes another train. The penultimate stop on our Highland Adventure is back where we started, in Burradoo. The station here first opened in 1870, 3 years after Barrel and Moss fell on either side of it, and is named from a Tharawal word meaning many brigalow trees, or a louse. Originally, the station had buildings on both its platforms. Here it is in 1902, prior to duplication in World War I, and here's a view showing it in the early 70s, courtesy of Mike Goodall. The station was closed on 22nd of March 1975, the same day as Almerton, north of Mittagong, during a statewide rationalisation of little-used stations. But this evidently did not go down too well with Burradoo's populace, for just under a year later, on 1st of March 1976, it was open again. Almerton, meanwhile, was not so lucky, remaining closed and bulldozed to this day. The original Burradoo station had also been bulldozed following closure, so the current station is a rather humble affair, with a payphone, generator, benches, and this, a Canberra-style bus shelter on platform 1, nowadays the only public building here. And with that all said and done, here's our final train, though not the last time we'll be seeing it. As the sun sets, we arrive at our final stop. Opening on 13th of July 1919, along with the current line from Picton to Mittagong, Bargo Station was originally named West Bargo, moving east, in terms of the name, in 1921. The name is a shortening of Barrago, a word used by the Tharawal Aboriginal Australian people to describe the thick bushland in the area. And now, here's our great southern finale.